least 6 months. I think the second one I didn't do very well, and so I was like, meh, okay, I'll just not do it anymore. But then I was like, I want to try again, so we're gonna do another German video today. I think before I did like numbers and a lot of phrases, like common phrases in German. Today I'm gonna be doing a lot of nouns, like just words, and a few sentences and verbs and things like that. So yeah, it should be fun. It should be long. I have a lot of words written down, so I'm very excited. And as always, my big disclaimer that my qualifications for doing this are that I've been learning German on Duolingo for like a year now, so I will mispronounce something most likely, so I'm really sorry. Yeah, don't take this as like the gold standard of German, because I'm not a native German speaker, but my dad is, so that's why I'm learning German, is that he is from Switzerland and he's a Swiss German native speaker, so there might be things I say that sound kind of Swiss German, because that's like the German I've heard my whole life. But yeah, enough talking, enough talking. So let's get started with our German lesson for today, and we are going to be starting with colors. So we are going to learn our German colors. Alright. So I've got it on my notebook here, and let's get started with green. The color green up on the top. Green in German is grün. Grün. is one that we don't have in English. I know it looks like a B, but it is pronounced like an S. Yeah. It's a letter that we don't have in English, but vice, 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 vice. Kind of like Edelweiss. And last color that we have today is black. Black. And black in German is schwarz. 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 So again, we've got the W that is pronounced kind of like a V. Schwarz. Schwarz. Can you say that? Schwarz. Very good. Very good. Alright, so those are your colors. We have grün, rot, blau, lila, gelb, orange, rosa, brown, weiß, and schwarz. Very good. I should have put them in rainbow order. Don't ask me why I didn't do that. I'm sorry. Okay, so we are going to move on. Let's see what the next thing is that I wrote down because I don't know. We are going to learn our animals next. Animals. Alright. Let's get started with our animals. Duolingo hasn't taught me that many animals, so I don't know them all, but we have a few today. So let's get started. I think I have taught you the first two before, but I thought I would include them. So first we have cat. Cat, and the cat in German is die Katze. Die Katze. Die Katze. And die is the feminine article in German, the feminine version of the, so I think I taught it in probably both of my last German videos, that all of German words, all German nouns have a gender, and they can either be feminine, masculine, or neutral. So you have die, der, and das, whether it's feminine, masculine, or neutral. So I thought I would put that with all of the German animals, even though, like, I didn't put the in English, but it's the for all of them because we only have one article. So yeah, but cats are feminine. Die Katze. Die Katze. Die Katze. Next we have dog, which is masculine. Masculine. So we have der Hund. Der Hund. Der Hund. Which I think of a lot like hound. I love when German words are like not the same, but they make sense. Like we have the word hound in English, so I don't know, it makes sense. Der Hund. Can you say these? Die Katze. Die Katze. Der Hund. Der Hund. Very good, very good. Next we have the horse, and the horse in German is das Pferd. Das Pferd. spelled a little differently, not too hard. Der Elefant. Next is the lion, and the lion in German is der Löwe. Der Löwe. 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 I'm not great at pronouncing words that have an umlaut, because you kind of have to give it a little, I don't know, twang with your mouth. Der Löwe. 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 Yeah. Kind of difficult for me. Alright, next is the fish. And this one's pretty easy. We just added an extra letter, but we say it the same. Der Fisch. Der Fisch. Der Fisch. Next is the turtle, which always gives me some trouble because you can see it's kind of a crazy name. But the turtle in German is die Schildkröte. 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 It's hard for me to say. And it is feminine. Die Schildkröte. I don't have a way to remember that because it's very different from English. Die Schildkröte. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. Alright, next we have the rabbit. The rabbit. And the rabbit in German is das Kaninchen. 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 Yeah. People kind of pointed out to me that Swiss Germans like really clear their throat a lot more when they say the CH sound. So my dad would probably say it different than like a German. Kaninchen. I don't know, but Kaninchen. Kaninchen. Das Kaninchen. Can you say that? Good. Alright, and the last animal we have today is the bird. And the bird in German is der Vogel. basics of food. And first we have breakfast. The breakfast is der Frühstück. 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 And Frühstück as well is also the verb for eating breakfast. Like, you say, like, I'm breakfasting. So, yeah. Der Frühstück. 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 Can you say that? Frühstück. Good. Next is lunch. And lunch in German is das Mittagessen. Das Mittagessen. Mittagessen, which literally means midday food. Mit is like middle, mid. Tag is day, like guten Tag, good day. And Essen is food, so midday food. Mittagessen. Mittagessen. And next is dinner, your evening meal, and dinner in German is das Abendessen. Das Abendessen. Das Abendessen. Can you say that? Abendessen. Abendessen. Good. And that means evening food. Abend is evening. Essen is food. Abendessen. And then last for our meals, I guess we have dessert. Can't forget about dessert. I'm a big dessert person. And the dessert in German is der Nachtisch. 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 I think that got better with each time. Sometimes I need some practice. Nachtisch. 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 Yeah. So yeah, can you say that? Nachtisch. Nachtisch. So let's go through our meals. Alright. Der Frühstück. Der Frühstück. Good. Das Mittagessen. Mittagessen. Das Abendessen. Abendessen. Good. And der Nachtisch. Nachtisch. Very good. Okay. So now we're going to start with our foods, and we have another page of foods next, so don't worry. We're going to learn a lot of foods. Okay. So first we have fruit. The fruit. We have das Obst. Das Obst. Das Obst. Das Obst. Very good. Das Obst. Obst. Okay. Next we have vegetable. The vegetable. And that is das Gemüse. Das Gemüse. 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 Das Gemüse. Very good. I learned that one early on as a child because my family always uses trocomari or herbamari as a seasoning. It's like, I don't use salt, I use trocomari and herbamari. Wasser ohne Gas is without gas, without minerals. Wasser ohne Gas. Because generally in Europe, like the normal water has bubbles, like it's sparkling, so Wasser ohne Gas. But yeah, probably should have written that down. Next is cheese. Cheese, and the cheese is der Käse. Der Käse. 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 Good. One of my favorite foods is Fleischkäse. Fleischkäse, which literally means meat cheese, which sounds disgusting, but it's a German food, or Swiss, I don't know. It's basically like bologna, and it's very nostalgic to me, and my grandma always gets me Fleischkäse when I go to Switzerland. Yeah, it's kind of like bologna. Alright, and then the last food we have is bread, and the bread is das Brot. Das Brot. 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 Das Brot. And last on this list, I just thought maybe important would be the groceries. You know, you might buy groceries if you're talking about food. And the groceries in German are die Lebensmittel. Die Lebensmittel. 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 So yeah, we went over our meals. Let's go over the fruit. Das Obst. Can you say das Obst? Good. Das Gemüse. Das Gemüse. Das Fleisch. Das Fleisch. Good. Das Wasser. Das Wasser. Good. Der Käse. Der Käse. Das Brot. Das Brot. And die Lebensmittel. Lebensmittel. Very good, very good. Okay, we're going to move on to the rest of the food, the second page of foods. Alright, so we have the next page with some new foods. We're going to start with a couple of drinks, okay? So the first word is the coffee, which is very important to me. And coffee in German is der Kaffee. Der Kaffee. Der Kaffee. Pretty similar. Pretty similar. Der Kaffee. Next is diverse. 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 Next is ham. Ham, which is der Schinken. Der Schinken. Der Schinken. I don't know why this side is like blurry for some reason. It's like not focusing. Der Schinken. Der Schinken. Der Schinken. Next is potato. Potato, which is die Kartoffel. Die Kartoffel. Die Kartoffel. 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 Can you say that? Kartoffel. Good. Next is the apple. And an apple in German is der Apfel. Der Apfel. 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 Good. Duolingo really stresses the word Apfelkuchen, which is an apple cake. I don't know how common apple cake is in Germany, but they've really hammered in the word Apfelkuchen. But yeah. Next is pineapple, and the pineapple in German is die Ananas. Die Ananas. Die Ananas. I love this one. It's the same in French actually. So I took French in high school, and I remember liking ananas, and it's the same in German, to my surprise. Ananas. Next is asparagus. Asparagus, very random. I don't know how I chose these. And asparagus is der Spargel. Der Spargel. Der Spargel. 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 Next is salt. Maybe you'll need to know how to say salt if you have some bland food. But salt is das Salz. Das Salz. Das Salz. 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 Good. And lastly, we have mustard. And mustard in German is der Senf. Der Senf. 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 Another one I learned very early on because Tommy Senf is a brand of Swiss mustard, and it's the only mustard I eat. I don't eat any other mustard, but Tommy Senf. Tommy Senf. Alright, so let's review. We have der Kaffee. Der Kaffee. Good. Die Milch. Die Milch. Good. Der Kuchen. 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 Good. Die Schokolade. Die Schokolade. Die Schokolade. Good. Die Wurst. Good. Der Schinken. Der Schinken. Der Schinken. Very good. Die Kartoffel. Good. Der Apfel. Die Ananas. Good. Der Spargel. Good. Das Salz. Good. is the butcher. The butcher is die Metzgerei. Die Metzgerei. Metzgerei. Good. Next is the hospital, and the hospital in German is das Krankenhaus. Krankenhaus, which is a fun one. Krankenhaus, which is another very descriptive German word that I love because Krankenhaus literally means sick house. Krank is sick, and then house, so sick house. Das Krankenhaus. Krankenhaus. Next is the city, like a city, which is die Stadt. Die Stadt. Stadt. I don't know if you can tell that that's a D. S-T-A-D-T. Stadt. Stadt. Good. Next is the church. The church, which is die Kirche. Die Kirche. Kirche. You know I'm bad at my CHs, but die Kirche. Kirche. Next is the bathroom. The bathroom, which is das Badezimmer. 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 But important to note is that Badezimmer is only really used for like your bathroom in your home, like the bathroom. But if you're like out in public and you need to use the bathroom, you would say die Toilette. Yeah, like toilet. So Badezimmer. They don't really use bathroom the way we use bathroom. When you say like, where's the bathroom? So. Next is the apartment, and the apartment in German is die Wohnung. Die Wohnung. Die Wohnung. Something I've noticed is that the vast majority of words that end in UNG, maybe even all of them, are feminine. So that kind of helps. Die Wohnung. Die Wohnung. And lastly, we have the bedroom, and the bedroom in German is das Schlafzimmer. Schlafzimmer. Schlafzimmer, which literally means sleep room. Sleep room. Schlafzimmer. Good. Okay, let's review. We have the store, das Geschäft. Das Geschäft. Very good. Der Supermarkt. Can you say that? Der Supermarkt. Very good. Next is a teacher. Teacher. And a male teacher is der Lehrer. Der Lehrer. Lehrer. And die Lehrerin. Lehrerin. Der Lehrer. Die Lehrerin. Good. Next we have a doctor, and a male doctor is der Arzt. Der Arzt. Arzt. And for a female doctor we have die Ärztin. Die Ärztin. So it changes the sound a little bit when it's female, because the female version has the umlaut over the A. So we have der Arzt, die Ärztin. Can you say the difference? Der Arzt, die Ärztin. Very good. And then we have dentist, and I like this one. Der Zahnarzt. Zahnarzt. And I like that because it literally means tooth doctor. Tooth is Zahn. And then we have Arzt is doctor. So, tooth doctor. So we have der Zahnarzt, die Zahnärztin, Zahnarzt, Zahnärztin. Good. Next we have a chef. A chef. And a male chef is der Koch. Der Koch. Which is basically like cook. I guess we say cook too. Der Koch. And die Kochin. 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 I don't know if I'm saying that right actually, because it has an umlaut. Kochin. I don't know. Next we have the police officer, and we have der Polizist. Der Polizist. Der Polizist. Good. And then we have die Polizistin. Die Polizistin. Can you say that? Der Polizist. Die Polizistin. Very good. Der Polizist. Die Polizistin. Good. Next we have actor and actress. So a male actor is der Schauspieler. Der Schauspieler. I like that one. Der Schauspieler. And then for an actress we have die Schauspielerin. Die Schauspielerin. It's hard to say, and you can see I kind of ran out of room, so I wrote it really small. Der Schauspieler. Die Schauspielerin. Good. Alright, and then lastly we have the boss, which you might want to say, you can have a boss in any of these, but the boss is der Chef. Der Chef, which I think is kind of hard because chef is an English word. We did chef. But in German it means the boss, which I just kind of have to think of like chief. Like I just tell myself that it's like a chief, which is your boss, you know, your boss is your chief. So that's just kind of what I try to tell myself, but it is hard when you see the word chef and it's not a chef, it's the boss. And then you guessed it, we add in and we get die Chefin. Die Chefin. Die Chefin. So let's go back through and review. Der Kellner. Die Kellnerin. Can you say those? Der Kellner. Die Kellnerin. Good. Der Lehrer. Die Lehrerin. a future video where I do other conjugations of verbs, because I totally could do like other ones, and I thought about doing it, but I figured I would just start with I, and we'll do some simple sentences starting with I, and next time we'll do some others if you want it. So, the first verb, most common verb in any language typically, is to be. So like, I am, you are, and to be is sign, sign, sign. But it matters more like the conjugations, because you never even say sign. But the conjugation for I is ich bin, which is I am. Ich bin, good. Most people know ich bin ein Berliner, so yeah, I am a Berliner. So ich bin. Next is to have. To have is haben. I feel like in all languages, to be is kind of the weird one. Like sign, you never really say sign. But haben is the conjugation for like plural. Like when you say they have or she has, it's generally haben. So it helps more for the other ones to say it. Yeah. So to have is haben, and I is ich habe. Ich habe. I have. Ich habe. So you can see that the vast majority of these verbs, except for to be, because it's weird, is they end in en, like haben, and most of the time, the version of I, like the conjugation of I, you just take off the n. So like haben, habe, most of the time, not every time, but yeah, haben. Next is to want. To want is wollen, and so we get ich will, which always trips me up because will is a word in English. I will do something, but will in German is want, so it's kind of hard for me. But ich will, it's pronounced differently because W's are like V's. Ich will, ich will. Next is to go, like I am going somewhere, which is gehen, and with I you remove the N and you get ich gehe, Can you say that? Ich gehe. Good. Next we have an itchy head. To come. To come is kommen, which is pretty easy. And the conjugation for I is ich komme, Alright. Next is to see. To see is sehen. And sehen, the conjugation for I is ich sehe. So you can definitely see the pattern happening. Ich sehe. Next, this one's also a little like different. To know. To know is wissen. Wissen is to know. And the conjugation for I is ich weiß. Ich weiß is I know. Ich weiß, which is hard because you might remember weiß means white. So yeah, homophones, people. Ich weiß, I know. Not I white. So you clues. Yeah, ich weiß. Next is to live. To live, which is leben. 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 And for I, we get ich lebe. Ich lebe. Ich lebe. I think for live, you can also say wohne. Wohnen, like an apartment. Like I taught you that an apartment is a Wohnung. Wohne is like also I live. I'm not really sure what the difference is. So if you know like what the difference is, let me know. I don't know if it's like, you know, like saying I live in Germany is different from saying like I live with my parents or I live in an apartment. So I don't know if it's just like a different meaning. I don't know. But I can tell you that ich lebe means I live. Just can't necessarily tell you how to use it. But next is to do or to make. It means to do something or to make something, and that is machen. 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 And for I, we get ich mache. Ich mache. Which is hard for me. Ich mache. Good. Ich mache. Good. Next is can, like to be able to. I can is können. 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 And for I, we get ich kann. Ich kann. Ich kann. Good. Next is to need something, which is brauchen. 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 Good. And our conjugation is ich brauche. Ich brauche. I need something. Next, getting down to it, is to buy. To buy something is kaufen. 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 Very good. And the conjugation is ich kaufe. Ich kaufe. Ich kaufe. I am buying. Yeah, that's the other thing, is that these are all like future tense or present tense. I don't know. So like ich gehe is like I am going. Ich kaufe is I am buying. So yeah, you don't have to do the am. Next is to look for. To look for something, which is suchen. 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 And the conjugation is ich suche. Ich suche. And again, like ich suche my keys. Like I'm looking for. You don't have to say am and for, because suche already means I am looking for. Confusing. Okay. We have a lot more words in English, I feel like. Okay. Next is to speak. I think I've done this one before. To speak, which is sprechen. You can't really see because I ran out of room. Sprechen. 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 And the conjugation is ich spreche. Ich spreche. Good. Spreche. Very good. Next is to sleep, which I kind of told you because of Schlafzimmer, but to sleep is schlafen. 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 And then we get ich schlafe. Ich schlafe. Ich schlafe. Good. And the last one that we have down here is to like something, which is English version, so you're gonna have to guess. But yeah, okay. So, starting off at number 1, we have Ich bin Schauspielerin. Do you know what this means? Ich bin Schauspielerin. Do you remember? A Schauspielerin is an actress. An actress. So I am an actress. I'm not really sure why in German. When you say like I am a insert job here, you don't say the word a. You don't say Ich bin eine Schauspielerin. You just say I am actress. I don't know why. But yeah, I am an actress. Number 2, the next one we have Ich habe eine Katze. Ich habe eine Katze. Do you know what this means? Do you remember? Ich habe eine Katze. I have a cat. Very good, very good. Ich habe eine Katze. Next is Ich mag Obst. Ich mag Obst. Do you remember Obst? It was one of our foods. Do you remember? Fruit. So we have I like fruit. Ich mag Obst. Very good. Next, a little harder. Ich mag kein Gemüse. Ich mag kein Gemüse. So if you remember, Gemüse is vegetables. Vegetable. Kein means like no. So I don't like vegetables is what you would say. I don't actually know if this is right. Is this right? I don't know. Ich mag kein Gemüse. Good. I think I looked up all of these sentences, but now I'm questioning myself, so. Next is Ich gehe ins Kino. Ich gehe ins Kino. This one's kind of hard. Do you remember a kino? A kino is a movie theater. So we have I'm going to the movie theater. I'm going to the movie theater. Ich gehe ins Kino. Very good. Next we have Ich brauche einen Arzt. Do you remember Arzt and brauche? What do those mean? Ich brauche einen Arzt. Do you remember? skipped that one, didn't I? Ich will gehen. I want to go. So, oh yeah, that's hard because when you only conjugate the first verb, so will, I want, but then the second verb you put the like infinitive or whatever version, which is gehen, not gehe. So ich will gehen. Totally missed that. I want to go. I need a doctor. I speak German. I live in an apartment. I live in Deutschland, Germany. Sorry. And I cannot sleep. Alright. That is it. That is all of my sentences and words for today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Just making sure I was actually done. But yeah, so this was a nice long